Did you come from the forge today? It smells like a still.
Think it's all right to touch him?
I don't know. That broom's as ragged as go.
You two.
Martel. Oh, where?
Weren't she the girl from the forest?
Of course she was.
Aye, and brave as a bane might. Remember when she ran back into the hideaway to collect them trees when Titan attacked?
These aren't those apples. She'd have been proud, and rightly so.
Others weren't so lucky, though. A gift from the backyard.
Blimey, these take me back. Old Sid was the only one who could stomach the things. He'd have 'em right from the branch, make Martel livid. Not that anyone could stay mad at the man for long.
That sounds like the Sid I knew of.
Planning on keeping that lot to you? Hang on. He's up. I'm glad to see someone carried on what she started. Kind of reckon she'd be happy knowing all her hard work didn't go to waste. Clive, tell the lad down in the backyard to...
Well, I've got... You can leave the basket with me. I'll see that the...
That was the last of the apples. I should head to the backyard and pass along everyone's regards.
Having a journey? Clive! Here you go. Think you can help?
Oh, Clive!
The patrons, what does that mean?
Oh, no, that's still me. It's just Karen has her toll, Blackthorn has his hammer. I thought I still catalogue every item that arrives, in addition to setting aside... Come to claim your just desserts? You earned this. All yours. Come again. I may have more for you.
Ah, my favorite pupil. What is it that you wish to learn? The state of the realm is ever-changing, Clive.
What's the matter? The hunt ball? It's where the curse breakers post sightings of particularly fearsome beasts. Those that might pose a threat. Just because they can't be dealt with when they're spotted, doesn't mean they can't be dealt with later. Was that what you wanted to know? Right. The people of Valisthea are going through a lot already. The last thing they need is... And perhaps I can.
rooms. Ragged as... I hear there's trouble.
Think it's all right to touch him?
Cursebreakers sent their thanks. They were clearly very fond of Martel.
They remembered her. I suppose she was very kind, even to a tongue-tied lummox like me. She put everything into her work. She wasn't going to rest until we had fruit. When she died, I named a sapling after her. And now it's a full-grown tree.
And through you. Her dream would have died with her.
I didn't do anything, really.
By the way, Otto's expecting...
Of course not. They like your fruit, Martel. Isn't that wonderful?
Do you think it was wise to leave, Gav? He didn't seem pleased.
I needed his eyes and nose in Dhalmekia. I'm not about to let Kupka take us unawares. Besides, he has a knack for that sort of thing.
That he does.
And wasn't it Sid who said that matters such as these are best left to dominance? Especially should one of his beloved opportunities to grow and change present itself.
I always knew that I would return one day. Return to Ironhome.
For what?
After learning the truth, you were given the chance to face your past. If I am to continue at your side, I must do the same.
We will face it together then.
To the end.
Come on.
How far do you think your mother's reach extends? Will we find the same tragedy in the south as we did at Martha's Rest?
More than likely. Which is what? We should hurry. There are still many settlements between here and Port Isolde. We visit as many as we can. Hear their stories. Starting with the village of Amber. Slow. Nice try. Come on. Faster! Let's go. Fly, Ambrosia.
Justice is what...
Quiet, you! I think we're loyalists.
Jill, look.
Rosaria must be cleansed of the stain which befouls her. 'Twould be a pity to make examples of you all.
Of course, your lordship. You shall have our...
What business could the Black Shields have in a village this small? There's barely room to hide a bearer.
Then they must be.
You fancy dancing a gallows chick? Like the miller's son?
I ain't got much, but what's mine is yours. For a price. I suppose we won't be seeing you again.
Excuse me, but what was all that about earlier?
You haven't heard? Someone's been stirring up trouble. There've been attacks on the garrison, supplies stolen. They even say a Black Shield was murdered. The Empire wants answers, and what the Empire wants, Empire gets.
Don't they just?
Keep your ears open, eh? The Black Shields will pay good coin for information on the You'd have to be dull as a sack of stones to think you could take...
You seen him?
I'm sorry.
The Black Shield. At least I think there was a Black Shield.
Was this the first time?
What do you think? Amber's the arse end of nowhere. And they thought we might be harbouring... If only we were. I might have turned them in.
You don't think these firebrands the Empire is looking for could be us, do you?
I don't know. But we need to find out. Greetings, friend.
I know that.
We couldn't help noticing those Imperial soldiers.
Don't you go telling these strangers. I speak for the people of this village. You are to leave, Amber.
May I at least ask?
I don't know who you are or what brings you here, but the Empire is a harsh master. Its demands are great, and its justice swift. But as long as we keep our heads down, some might call it submission. But if it will spare my people the Viceroy's wrath, then I will... This village will not become another...
Then we shall be on our way. These people live with a knife to their throats. In the mistaken belief that if they cooperate, my mother...
Obedience bought with fear.
Are you all right?
We still don't know who the Black Shields are.
Well, whoever they are, the Imperials deem them worth pursuing to the back of beyond. But other than Martha, who else in Rosaria would... A new ally would certainly be welcome. Perhaps the next village will... Come on. This pass will take us through the mountains.
And directly into the path of whoever or whatever lurks here. Company.
You deserve a rest. Ever since the apocalypse, we've seen more and more of these echoes.
What do you think is waking them? The Mother Crystal's collapse?
I have an idea. You're not going to like it.
more of my mother's men. That's better.
Blood, Clive.
And still wet.
You were told to stay in your homes.
The Black Shields.
You know who we are. And still, you would bear your steel. Why then, we owe you our thanks. You... To dwell in darkness, that we may purge the night and welcome lasting dawn. On these, our swords we swear.
Say that again. I'll show you a true shield of Rosaria. tell me what I want and the end will be swift. Who are you looking for?
Why, you. We come bearing a message. Your friends have been found. The branded you freed from our camps. They await you in Ordeal. Guardians of the
Those are Old Hill's gates.
Then we hurry. Straight home now. Enough of you, are there? Be safe. Find something, boy. Death.
Found her.
This was my mother's doing.
But why? Why would anyone...
I don't know. I never truly understood her. But this...
Oh, Clive.
I will learn what madness drives her, and I will end it. We should go.
Yes.
We can't leave them here like this.
We won't. But if the Black Shields have made it this far south, they may already be in Port Isolde.
We're approaching Buick Bridge. Though I doubt the Empire would let us cross over to Rosabeth. Run like the wind. I can walk from here.
Didn't happen to come by way of Oldhill, did you? Saw some Imperials clad in black making for the last just a little. They tell us there's a curfew within the peace.
They're all Rosarian.
But this is their home.
Straight home now.
Wake and win!
The Lazarus. What happened to this place?
My mother happened. The nobles who lived here didn't stand a chance. Let's hope my uncle fared better. That's the main gate. And it looks like we're not the only ones hoping to get in.
Let us pass! My children are starving!
Have mercy!
Voice-riddled dogs they are! You can't ignore us forever!
Let us in, or we'll die on your doorstep!
Better out there than in here!
No, get enough room to sit!
Hang the chinless bastards! Those crystals belong to us all!
I said, where were you, filth?
Back to your stall!
Cut you down where you stand! Destroy it!
No chance of slipping through unnoticed. We'll need to find another way in. I thought we might be able to reason with the guards.
I suspect everyone in that crowd. Was that the only way in?
Officially, yes. My uncle once told me that the nobles had tunnels built so that they could... The Lazarus. We'll find our way into the city there.
If you're sure. Do you think it's safe?
As long as it is abandoned.
The good news is we haven't seen a single black shield since Old Hill.
Maybe they found who they were looking for.
Keep them pilgers nice and chilled.
Look at this place. We spent half...
Let's go. This isn't going to be easy. That. Rest well. I know. I will. Let's go.
Fly, Ambrosia.
You deserve a rest.
Well done.
Hope there aren't any more of them.
That room's as ragged as...
So Martha's all right.
Yep.
How may I help you today, Clive? You earned this. Best of luck out there, Sid.
How are you doing? Anything catch your eye? Think you can help?
Doesn't sound like anywhere is safe.
I hear there's trouble in Rosette.
Is it business? Or play?
You're rubbing me blind, you know. It'd better I'll be here. You're rubbing me blind, you know. Come again. Oh, don't. Think it's all right. I'm not much bothered either way.
Back, are ya? So, will it be? Anything else?
This is not like I remember it.
How quickly a crown can lose its luster.
After it.
Not abandoned, then.
Oi! Visitors!
Apologies. We'll show ourselves out.
I've only ever seen one man fight like that. And he's long dead.
Then perhaps it's time you joined him.
The blessing of the Phoenix. It can't be. I was there when you died. Huh? Forgive me, my lord. I knew not whom I addressed. You have naught to fear from us. Founder, it really is you.
It is. So wait.
We can speak inside.
And those who wouldn't bend the knee?
We left before the Empire could make examples of us, though we didn't go far. And we banded together to form the Guardians of the Flame soon after. Alas, there is only so much a handful of aging shields can do against the might of an empire. But we've seen to it that their stay has been anything but pleasant. Of late, though, we've had our hands full just trying to keep the Duchy's few remaining bearers out of the Imperial's clutches.
The Cullings. We saw what happened in Old Hill.
Aye. The foul work of the Black Shields and their mistress.
You mean my mother? But it doesn't make sense. Even knowing what I know about her. Her hatred for bearers was no secret, but she wouldn't have been ignorant of their value to the realm.
No offense, my lord, but in case you haven't noticed, the Lady Annabella couldn't care less about the realm. She barely even cares for her own home. That much has been plain since the slaughter at Eastpool. And, since granting the Holy Emperor a new heir, her obsession with bearers only seems to have grown. As to why, I don't know. Maybe she can't bear the thought of anyone having the power to challenge her beloved son.
Her son.
Sir Wade, the Black Shields have broken camp. They march in full force for Buick Bridge. Then so do we. Make ready. This is their main host. If we remove the head, perhaps we can prevent what happened at the docks from happening somewhere else. If I do nothing, then the blood of their next victims will be on my hands.
Yours and ours. We too have witnessed the crimes these men who dare call themselves shields have committed in my mother's name. It cannot be allowed to continue. We must put a stop to this madness.
We must. So let us go with you. For the good of Rosaria.
I was hoping you'd say that. Very well. If that is your wish, I would be honored to serve at your side.
And we at yours.
So, Wade, let us do our duty.
With pleasure, my lord.
I imagine this endeavor will require more than just our wits.
Then let's hope Sir Wade has a good quartermaster.
Allow me to tend to your needs, my lord. Of course, my lord. As you wish, my lord. I will be here should you need aught else.
Tell us then, Sir Wade.
Nothing fancy. You, Lady Jill and I, sensing an opportunity to end the Guardians, the Black Shields will call for reinforcements. This will allow us to wage battle on the... While the Black Shields have an advantage in numbers, you see, they prefer to...
How small exactly?
Small enough. Now that I have you and Lady Jill for company. I doubt I could have done this on my...
But until we arrived, that was your plan.
So Wade. The bear...
Very good.
As you command.
Thank you, Sir Wade.
There is but one thing which will grant putting an end...
And so...
We'll keep them from the bridge.
May the blessing of the Phoenix go with you.
How long have you been pursuing the Black Shields?
Since they burned their first village. We tracked down the bastards responsible and fed their corpses to Stillwind. Suffice to say, that got their attention. It's been a game of cat and mouse ever since.
Sideways.
Come along now.
The bastards are lucky we did.
There they are. On your command, my lord.
What is it now? I told you!
We bear a message for the Vicereine. From the Guardians of the Flame.
Ha! You presume to tell us that a pair of filthy vagabonds, a woman and a dog, could guard aught against the might of the Black Shields? Then come! Die along with your flame!
Forest area!
Forest area!
Your petty revolution ends here. On these our swords we swear.
Bloody hell! Reinforcements from the far bank!
Another wyvern to fight their battle for them.
Answer in kind, my lord.
More dragons.
Worms. The Imperials aren't taking any chances. I can't say I'm flattered.
A noble stand, albeit a misguided one. In taking it, you have but proven our point. That this land is in dire need of cleansing.
There's no one left to keep them occupied. We need to finish this.
You mean finish him?
I don't see any more.
Nor do I. The plan worked.
It did. It bloody worked. We sent every last one of the rotten bastards straight to the mud! Lord. Perhaps this will be enough to stop the Cullings. For the time being, at least.
Perhaps. Though I doubt my mother will take this loss well. She'll move swiftly to see her minions' ranks replenished.
And then it will all begin again. I often wonder if the nation we once knew is gone for good. Her fields rot. Her people starve. We battled to preserve the flame that was, but for every foe we fell, another springs up in its place. Yet be that as it may, it is still our home. For as long as the Firebird's flame burns in our hearts, the Duchy cannot die. And her loyal subjects may dream of a day when the Rosarian standard flies over.
So wait,
Think we should fall back to Port Isolde before the garrison sends a sound strategy, might.
And how long has my uncle been funding you and your comrades' endeavors?
Since the beginning. Lord Byron was the first person I turned to after forming, and had I known of this tunnel back then, I wouldn't almost have been hanged by the city guard for trying.
I suppose a formal request for an audience would have appeared.
And appearances. Were the Vice-Regency to catch wind of Lord Byron's involvement in our movement, where he would be of no use to, and so, though it sickens him to the soul, he plays the part of the loyal. It is why he remains ever vigilant. Don't be surprised if you
Then I will have to think of a way to prove that I am neither
I might have something which... It's the mark of the Guardians. Display it, and those who love resist.
I shall wear it with pride.
Be sure that you do. I don't want... If only Sir Tyler could have been here to see you. Or the Lord come up.
Thank you, Sir Wade. If there is ever anything...
I know.
How accommodating. Do you really think they believe we are who we say we are?
Not a chance. Right, I guess. My uncle believes we're imposters here to rob him. And means to string us up himself.
Imagine my surprise when I was told my nephew had come to visit. Clive Rosfield died long ago. And for uttering his name here, you shall pay with your tongue! You would mock me as well?
It is I, Sir Crandall of Camelot, loyal servant to Her Serene Holiness, Saint Sybil the Unshod. Meadow, thou vile sorcerer, for thy crimes against church and crown, I shall have thy head.
Curse thee, infectious flax wench? Even in death, must thou plague me still? Very well. I shall open the gates of hell, that thou might see thy charge once more.
Bravo, Uncle. You're still the finest Maddo in the twins.
Oh, Clive, my dear boy, it's really you. You always were fond of that scene from The Saint of the Sanctuary. Never did let me play Sir Crandall.
I have a favor to ask, Uncle Byron.
Rutherford, inform the kitchens. There'll be guests. We dine immediately.
But, Uncle...
You can't very well regale me with the tale of your miraculous preservation on an empty stomach. Go on, sit. See that you use the good plates, Rutherford. So you arrived late to one of her cullings, did you? Since becoming Vicereine, Annabella has been a constant thorn in Rosaria's side, but these atrocities are a new low. Something has changed. Quite what, I don't know, but the woman we knew is gone, and a monster sits in her place.
A monster?
For better or worse, I've been charged with governing this town, and thus must maintain the illusion of obedience. That's all I can do to aid Wade and his merry band of revolutionaries.
So he's told us. You have risked much for Rosaria. Our nation will be forever in your debt.
It has been 20 years, Clive. The nation your father and your forefathers fought to defend is no more. Perhaps it would be otherwise had I the courage of my brother. All right, if it's a ship you require, a ship you shall have. I've a galley in port, but recently relieved of her cargo. She can be outfitted for the voyage in a matter of weeks.
So you believe us, then? About everything?
Believe you? Ha! Only a fool would believe even half of the things you claim. But until tonight, only a fool would have believed my nephew still lived. And besides, I have it on good authority that Clive is telling the truth.
Whose authority?
Your own, of course. You've always been a terrible liar.
Is that true?
It's not untrue.
Let's say no more about it, eh? It wouldn't do to linger on my nephew's greatest failing. The one thing I cannot believe, though, is all this about you being Sid. You were always such a good boy, but now you're quite the outlaw. Which, if I'm not mistaken, would make me an outlaw's uncle. Right then, who shall we pillage first? Rutherford, fetch me my cutlass. This will be fun.
Over there. Go on.
She's a fine ship, isn't she?
Once outfitted, she'll bear us across the boiling sea to Drustinus in the space of 3 days.
Something on your mind?
Monsters. When I served the Iron Kingdom, I did so because I saw no other choice. Because once they learned that the lash would not move me, they turned it on those who could. And so I became their puppet. I let them pull my strings, telling myself it was not my hand that swung the sword, but another's. I removed myself from the truth so I wouldn't feel the pain it caused. And before I knew it, I no longer felt anything. Anything at all. I had become a monster.
Jill.
I don't want to be a monster, Clive. Do you understand? I want to choose a different path, a better path. To live on my own terms. But before I can do that, I need to come to terms with my past.
And when you do, I'll be standing there with you, just as you stood with me.
Thank you, Clive. I must atone for my sins. Only then, when it's done, will the monster cease to be.
Just promise me that you won't die with it. Now, let's get some sleep. The journey back to Benamir is long, and there is much to tell the others.
Only the Founder knows what awaits us in the Iron Kingdom. But Vivian could probably make an educated guess. I didn't take you for a scholar.
Oh, this? Wait, I borrowed it from old Tome. Oh, where's your sense of it from? Well, I'm no hunter, Sid. But you...
So?
Chancer's stew. The only problem is that while the recipe a beast, no doubt,
Does the...
well, only that the sweet...
Rosie, one of the butchers in Martha's Rest might know something.
That monster's taken Kewl.
Well, don't just stand there, go. Is that all?
How did we never
There are
hear
new billets being posted every...
Clive!
Is something wrong?
It's Blackthorn. And if I'm honest, normally it only takes a couple of drinks. Something's getting him down. It's like he's lost his spot. But I'm thinking he might if we both...
Fine. But if he doesn't want it...
All right, now, wait a bit.
Welcome to the Patron's Whisper. Your benefactors are a generous lot. Come again. I may have more for you.
I could have sworn we had a few.
What's he got to do?
August was worried that something had been... I thought you might want...
I told you not.
Clive just wants to help. Talk to him. Please, mate.
Not the sort of thing you...
Why didn't you tell it?
Karen and I have an arrangement. I keep an eye on Goots, and she shows me what the competition's up to. Anyway, the other day, she shows me a cuirass she's come by. Masterpiece of... Made my stuff look like it. I should have brought the bastard thing there and then just to study it, but I was too proud. And now there. You got what you...
All right. I always thought of old Blackthorn as a bit of a force of nature. Didn't think anything could rattle him.
Blackthorn's always taken pride in his craft. Something tells me this. If he has doubts, he will have...
I couldn't agree.
He said he should have bought that cuirass, assuming you're...
Too bloody...
Glad to hear it.
That monster's taken quite...
Karen, Blackthorn mentioned that you'd recently come by it.
And he ain't been himself since he saw it.
Sorry, sold it. Didn't think Blackthorn cared for it the way he turned his nose up. But it was nicely put together, that's for certain. Even if the bloke who made it is a bit of an Maxwell is...
You don't know where we might find...
Like I don't trust this. He did tell me a pan...
Here. Now, where...
Thank you, Karen. So, it's...
I'll leave that while you get...
Good idea.
Good day to you. You're quite talented with that rod of yours.
No use calling Ambrosia now. Come on.
You're not alone.
All right. Griffins don't exactly make for easy prey. Let's hope our craftsman hasn't bitten off more than he can chew. Straight home now. Other work will have to wait.
Look sharp.
Nice try. Something there, boy. Could that be our man? Are you all right?
Dare say I'll survive. That griffin caught me before I could get an arrow off. Must have...
More likely than...
The name's Kewl. I'm a lowly...
Not so lowly from what I... Do you remember selling to a merchant?
She's bought a cuirass from me after I lost my buyer. Didn't stop her bartering me down to a pittance, though.
It's not her who's...
Well...
You should be. He's a
Blacksmiths are proud folk. It's a rare thing indeed for one to praise a and I don't imagine an impressive swordsman like yourself would be getting you. I'd dearly love to help, but actually...
What is it?
Treated leather. Same stuff I use. If your man's as skilled as he's...
You sure?
Well, and thanks to you, I'll be going home with all... Short of showing him how to make the thing myself, that is. But there are rules...
In that...
I'd be much obliged. Right. I've got some... You send your blacks...
Will do. Hopefully this will sweeten... Thank you for sticking with us.
Those of us who are still here have to look after each
Ah, welcome. Times maybe...
Unwanted violets. If you have...
Boy, I haven't heard. You're looking for scorpion tails. Used to chuck them in the pot when they... And even if they...
Do these...
I dare say they'd...
Thank you.
Stay sharp.
Ambrosia won't help me here.
Don't you go causing any trouble now.
Faster!
Safe. Scorpions. At least I know what I'm up against. I better get this back to Yvonne before it goes bad.
Did you find our mystery?
I did indeed.
Marvellous! Let's see.
You wouldn't be wrong.
In... I present. Grab a spoon, sit.
I'm none.
Well, it'll be... Odin's teeth. What a salt on us. And yet... It takes a moment to recover from such an onslaught of flavours, but never have I tasted anything so fine.
You're...
I must share this gift. A single mouth.
I'm...
That monster's taken quite a liking to Lady.
And with a bit of luck. How'd it go, Clive? Did you find him, or does that...
I found him. And he asked me to give you this. A lump.
You joke.
He said he wouldn't teach you how to work, but that if you were as skilled as you sounded...
So that's his secret. Crafty bastard. Good few times, too. No wonder it's tough. And that's no ordinary... Oh, this is...
Yeah? I'll take your word for it. Just looks like leather to me. Still, I'm glad you're happy. Here, Clive. You didn't happen to catch the fella's name, did you?
Kewl, I believe.
I thought as much. There ain't many leather workers in the realm daft enough to do their own hunting, see? And his name kept cropping up. Turns out he's from Tabor. But our friend Kewl guards a long-held family secret. The details...
Then we better keep this close to us.
Listen, sorry for putting the both of you to all that trouble. Should have kept my moaning to myself. Still, I'm glad you found him. This has cheered me right up.
That was the idea. Clive's idea, anyway. He did most of the work.
It's good to have you back, Blackthorn.
Just don't expect me to... There's a reason he does his own hunting. He knows exactly what hides to look for. And don't get me started now. I reckon I can make something about as good. Something a curse breaker. Anyway, enough narrowing.
Looks like we won't be needing a new blacksmith.
As if there was a bet. I wouldn't have been the same anyway. No one spins a yarn like old Blackthorn in his... Right, now that's sorted. Thanks, Clive.
What do you need? What do you want? That it? Fine.
Typical nobles.
How did we never hear about these guardians of the plain?
with.
Oh, I wasn't expecting you back so soon. Come to claim your just desserts? You earned this. Come again. I may have more for you.
Back again, Lord Rosfield. I'm touched that you should find me such good company.
It is not your company, but your counsel that I seek on this occasion.
Ever the charmer. What will it be today, then?
The Iron Kingdom.
You'll soon be setting sail for Drake's Breath, the mother crystal that rises. There was a time when a true-blooded Rosarian had only to brave the waves to visit it. As you know, the Iron Kingdom rules over the islands to the west of Storm. Or rather, its church does. But this is not the pragmatic approach to state religion employed by the Holy Empire to manipulate the masses. No, the Iron Kingdom is the literal embodiment of the crystalline orthodoxy. And so, if one is to understand it, one must start there. As the name implies, the orthodoxy holds the mother crystals sacred, and they do not take kindly to heathens plundering the objects of their worship for the means to fill washtubs and light lamps with frivolous feats of magic. Indeed, the faithful consider ether a sinful thing, a poison no less. And to them, a dominant is an instrument of evil, albeit one they have proven only too happy to turn against their enemies. Some 80 years ago, in Northern Storm, Drake's eye collapsed. Soon after, in pursuit of ether, and with the Blight at their backs, the Northern Territories descended upon the Grand Duchy of Rosaria. And when the Shields of the Flame marched north to meet them, the Iron Kingdom spied an opportunity. A few short days later, the Crusaders landed on the island of Mount Justanus, home of Drake's Breath, and plucked it from the Duchy's grasp. Rosaria tried to reclaim it, of course, but to no avail. I doubt more than a handful of Duchy men have set foot on its shores in your lifetime. Nor are they like to again, under the Empire's stewardship, meaning the Iron Blood will keep their island. And with it, the foothold they need to march on mainland soil when next they spy an opportunity. The Mother Crystal is both the object of the Iron Blood's worship and their gateway to the continent, making Drustinus the holiest of holy grounds, from which the Orthodox Crusade shall one day sail forth to claim the remaining Mother Crystal.
My father and my grandfather both traded blows with the Iron Blood. Had things unfolded differently at Phoenix Gate, we would have sent our entire fleet against...
But instead, they sent their fleet against Rosaria. Sacked the capital. I'd say you'd be forgiven for...
But not much else to do here. Let's see if Jill's ready.
Typical nobles.
We'll be over soon.
You ready?
I think so.
Jill. When you told me you had to come to terms with you weren't talking about destroying Drake's Breath.
No. I spoke of Imran. It's what I need to do to put the past behind, and I know that I can do it.
Always.
And I'll be beside you, too. All while Sid looks on.
We'll make him proud.
Useful trick. Freezing and thawing the spray to make mist. How did you learn to use your powers like this?
The Masters made me do it. When the Crusaders took to the seas, to keep the fleet's movements from prying eyes. I'm fine.
No, you're not.
This may be the only chance I get to go back. My only chance to put things right. I have to do this. Whatever the cost.
All right.
There she is. The Iron Kingdom's Mother Crystal.
Drake's breath. Strong currents, sharp rocks, and ether floods. Let's not forget them. This island is a natural fortress.
But safety breeds complacency. Allowing a single rowing boat to slip in unseen. The sanctuary is inside the mountain. If we follow the old trail, we should be able to enter by the back gate.
All right. Let's go.
I always imagined when I came here it would be to reclaim it.
It used to belong to Rosaria, didn't it?
Once, though it's been in the Ironblood's clutches for far too long.
As was I. For 13 years, this rock was my home. I know its secrets only too well. This path was abandoned after an ether flood. They don't guard it.
The perfect little shortcut. They're all Akashic.
The ether flood must have spread. It was never as bad as this before. And the only way past them is through them.
Was that an earthquake?
They happen all the time. That wasn't even a bad one. It's nothing to worry about.
No mistakes. Too slow.
arboretum's just up ahead. We'll enter the caves from there. Look at this place. What a mess.
Wait.
Turned.
Nothing a shelter for Zaria can't handle. Just like old times.
Be sure to keep clear of his paw.
Believe me, I mean to. Oh, that's foul.
Don't breathe it in. I still can't believe they can jump. Don't these things have roots? Nice try.
Press on.
Yes.
It's like a furnace in here.
We're inside the volcano. You get used to the heat. Though I don't remember it being this hot.
Was that one cause for concern?
It was. And they're getting bigger. Something's wrong.
Too slow. Fuck. Is there no other way across?
Do that again.
No. Let's not. They don't look too tough.
Perhaps not alone, but in numbers like these.
We aren't going this way.
Let's look for another path. Drake's breath.
We're nearly at the oratory.